Hello, and welcome to The Altars. So I've kind of had this one on my watch list for a while now. I tried the demo to it about a year ago on the channel, and it is by a studio. I believe it's the studio that make Frostpunk, so it's a studio that I actually quite like, and I've played a lot of their other games, so very much looking forward to this. We'll get straight into it. I'll not tell you exactly everything that's going to happen now and why it's going to be quite an interesting journey, because it is quite an interesting story just from what I've played on the demo, but I'll not spoil anything for now because it's quite interesting. We'll keep everything on normal, I guess, for our first go through here. Just keep it all to the default, and we'll see how we go. We don't really know it, but we sense it. There is a sister ship to our life, which takes a totally different route. While the sun burns bright behind the islands.
How did I end up here? My whole life, all its ups and downs, led me to this place. Far from home, far from anyone I know. A journey whose route is unknown, and the destination out of sight.
Might be getting a few graphical glitches there.
Was this path just a random sequence of events that I had to follow? Or was there ever another way? Now, heading for the unknown. I can't really tell. Is this the end of the road? Or is it yet another branching?
Right, and here we are. With what looks like storm. Yep. Storm at sea. Okay, I'm gonna have to go into the graphics options. Something has gone wrong.
That was a tough landing. Dolski here.
It's like a
Do you read
bloody...
me?
It's like an
What do you
abstract
want?
painting or something. It looks like an oil painting, doesn't it?
Nothing. I need to figure out what happened.
I'll be one moment. Okay, we're back. It seems the issue was frame generation. I might need to update my drivers or something, but that said, I updated them not that long ago, so I'm a bit surprised that that seems to have been the problem, really. But yeah, it does seem to be frame generation. For whatever reason, trying to generate the frames there made it just freak the hell out. So if you're noticing, if we're going through this and the frames are a little bit low or choppy here and there, it's because the frame generation's completely disabled, as I'll be going
That's an
forward.
emergency flare from my capsule. I should look out for those.
It's one of those things, I've got to say, with all the technology going about now.
You read me? This is Jan Dolski.
But yeah, with all this talk
I've
about
landed
AI
safely, but
frame generation,
I think my capsule went astray.
I've got to say, I'm still not...
Huh.
I don't trust
Maybe
it,
the
mate.
radio's broken.
I feel like they're putting a patch on a leak, you know, they're using a crutch. And then when it goes wrong, you get stuff like this, where it's like, oh look, it didn't work, and now we're gonna have probably... Anyway, it seems to be running alright without, but if the frame rate starts going choppy now, I'll be very annoyed, because I'll be feeling like they've used that as a crutch then. It hasn't worked out for them, but anyway, we'll see. It does look very pretty though, now that it doesn't look like a mosaic. Now, I thought as much in the demo when I played that a year or so ago. I believe this was supposed to come out at the start of the year, but I think it was delayed multiple times for various reasons.
No, it's the captain. Shit. Deceased. What the hell? Not much I can do for her now. Oh, I gotta find the others.
Right.
What happened? Shipping crash. The capsule's intact. Looks like she died inside of it. I don't get it. A mobile base. There it is. Dolski here. Anyone copy? If you can hear me, I've located the base. I'm gonna try and get down there.
Gonna say this looked like a, you know, when we're coming up here, it looks like sort of area that you get to where you're gonna have like a nice vista to look out on. But yeah. So the mobile base has landed, but it seems like the other pods that were supposed to land with the other crew members in, at least so far, we know that the captain's dead and we're not getting responses from anyone else. Presumably at the end of each one of these parachutes or something, there's going to be someone, I'm guessing. Of course, having played the demo, I know how this goes. Right. Some weird looking water. It's more like oil than water, and you never know, it just well might be. Right.
The capsules. Wait. What? No. That's impossible. They can't all be. Why? Makes no sense. Radiation wave? Now? Oh shit, it's rising fast. I gotta get to the base.
Right, so it seems we are the lone survivor of the, well, shipwreck, I guess. Space shipwreck. And we need to get in before this storm passing overhead irradiates the living crap out of us. And yep, the base is a giant unicycle. Why?
Yes,
Because it looks cool.
Come on. Come on. That was close.
Boop. There we go. Day 1.
Hello? Anybody here? a moment, I hope someone else made it. I need to find the comms room and get help.
Okay, we want to go to... So comms will be above us. Right. Right, let's see what they've got to say.
Hello? Hello, can anyone hear me?
Allied Corporation. Tomorrow,
Mayday.
together, today.
Mayday, anyone?
The Sunling Cat. This is the new captain speaking.
Yeah, this is the new captain of the mission speaking, Jan Dolski. Corporate ID 4672B. I'm afraid the former captain is gone, together with the rest of the crew. Hello? Can you get me out of here?
Imminent danger. Short time remaining.
How much time?
What? How much time? What's gonna happen? Talk to me. What's the danger?
Planet activity rising. 4 days remaining. Be lethal proximity. Instructions and logs.
Oh, no. Don't you go all fuzzy on me. Lethal proximity. Oh, useless quantum nav system. Where the hell did it send us? Lethal proximity of what?
Please, indicated before star approaching. This battle, you must escape. The proximity star 4 days.
You mean a star will come and burn this planet? And I just have days to escape? Is that right?
Affirmative. Sunrise.
Sunrise. Perfect.
Okay.
I need to find those captain's logs.
Maybe the command center. Oh no, captain's cabin. That seems right. Right. Welcome to the evacuation functionality manual. In case of an incident that jeopardizes the mission and safety of your crew, follow the safety protocol and move base to a safe location. The following steps must be accounted for: refueling the base, manufacturing necessary equipment, securing food supplies. These steps will automatically be tracked on your HUD. According to recent Ally Corp research and based on data collected from multiple missions, triple star systems are considered as potentially related to a very high probability of discovering rupidium in the Ally Corp classification system. The precise correlation between triple star systems and rupidium is yet to be determined, but according to some hypotheses, this may be related to the unique radiation cycle observed on planets belonging to such system. Rupidium is a highly unstable element, and itself emitting significant amounts of radiation, seems to be less elusive in the presence of such specific radiation patterns, as if fine-tuning I think that's meant to be its life cycle to the environment. iCorp employees should be aware that, thanks to these findings, in the upcoming years, we are bound to witness a significant rise in missions sent by the quantum navigation system on course for the triple star system. Should such a system be identified in the vicinity of an Allied Corps exploration vessel, this should by all means result in a notable increase of successful Rapidium extraction and a major breakthrough for Allied Corps and humanity alike. Mission captains must be informed, however, that operating on planets belonging to triple star systems involves the need for some precautions. Right. The complex gravitational structure within which the planet operates, apart from being the source of Rapidium-friendly radiation, may result in life-threatening events such as periodic, lethal proximity of one of the suns, annihilation of the planet's surface, and immediate destruction of all life forms. In order to maximize efficiency, even in the event of such occurrences, Allied Corp has equipped its vessels in the cutting-edge SIBA evacuation functionality, enabling the crew to extract Rapidium while avoiding hazardous conditions. In the event of landing on a planet belonging to a triple star system, please consult the SIBA evacuation functionality manual for further instructions. The above info is the sole property of Allied Corp, highly confidential. Remind you of any infringement of your confidentiality agreement will result in legal measures. Quantum navigation, state-of-the-art route planning solution designed and implemented by Allied Corp to optimize efficiency of space mining operations. While the crew remains in cryo, the system actively monitors the ship's surroundings, modifying trajectory and setting it on course for a most probable location of valuable resources. Based on cutting-edge technology, it collects massive amounts of quantum info, analysing it in real time to determine the highest probability of discovering Rapidium in a nearby system and eliminate non-efficient exploration. When the expectation of finding Rapidium is classified as moderate or high, the ship's trajectory is adjusted accordingly and landing procedures are initiated. Notifications sent to mission control to ensure maximum support at the onset of new environmental exploration. The above information is the sole property of Allied Corp. Yep. Disclosure at the bottom. Okay. Follow instructions to prepare for the journey. Gather 60 metals outside. Radiation levels at night are deadly. Exiting the base is currently not permitted. Rest in the captain's cabin until tomorrow. That I can do. Sunrise in 8 days. This is your energy bar. It shows how many hours you have before you get tired. Once tired, you're still able to work, but every task will take much longer. You can find shallow deposits on the planet's surface. They contain a limited amount of resources that can be extracted quickly. They can be recognized by red dust. Approach the deposit to interact with it. Okay, let's have a look.
That shiny rock might be a source of metals.
And yet, rather than doing all the boring stuff like drilling for ores and that, when you do it, it does this weird, kind of cool looking speed up effect. Like we're getting a time lapse of me mining these metals. Right, we're still only at 10 in the morning, so we can keep going. Some weird disturbance on the floor. Yeah, our character's getting a bit wibbly. Yeah. And that isn't a frame rate. That isn't a frame generation bug this time. No, we are going all wibbly.
What the hell?
Like a distortion around us, sort of thing. Eh? Right, let's have a look up here then.
Could this be Rapidium? I feel strange. I have to get closer. Make sure. I need to collect a sample.
Right, it's down an empty deposit. And the yeah, the weird space rocks we were talking about in the captain's log. Oh yeah, we just so happened to be able to find some. Who would have guessed? Right.
Unbelievable. So the useless quantum nav system isn't that useless after all. It knew where it was sending us. Except... I survived.
Oh, here we go. Organics deep deposit.
I still can't believe it. If it really is Rapidium, this could change everything. I need to report it.
So the good news now is that with Rapidium on board, I think that this corporation might go on about, you know, trying to help out a little bit more. What do you reckon, now that we've got something valuable? I think they'll be a bit more amenable to talking to us. Maybe getting a proper person on the other line, and we might still need to fix communications though.
Hello? Anyone copy? I went out to find resources, and I found a cave full of something. I think it might be Rapidium. You hear me? I think I found Rapidium.
You sure about it?
Well, we're definitely
What?
sure.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, what else could it be?
Test it.
Test the Rapidium? How would I do that?
New blueprint provided. The womb.
A blueprint? The womb. You want me to build a womb?
Sample of DNA provided.
This is fucked up, but what the hell? At least I got your attention.
Right.
Nice sample, huh? I guess it makes sense. Rapidium speeds up organic growth.
Okay. How do we build? Because it's been a year or so since I was on the demo. Build a workshop via the command center. Aha. Command center then. Allows you to plan and start between locations. Base building. Blue. There we go. Build the womb. Right, so yeah, it's gonna need... How do I build another one of these there? I don't think I can I? Right, we're gonna have to rethink this. You can change the position of your modules whenever you like. Simply hover over and press A and then move it to the desired spot. You can swap the module with another one. You can permanently remove them by pressing Y. Note some modules can't be removed. We need research to go to base expansion. Right. You know what? Let's just throw it here. And this small storage will just have to go there for now. Right.
Okay, so I have built a womb. Now, what could possibly come out of it?
Here goes. DNA sample. Pydium. I'm starting to worry this wasn't such a good idea.
We have a sheep.
Oh, of course. What else? Oh, if you need a name, I think I'm gonna call you Molly.
Right, we've now got Molly the sheep. Let's see what this gets us then.
Okay, I built the womb
Hopefully
and
it's not good.
tested the rapidium. The DNA sample provided was a little surprising, but it worked, I think. I cloned a sheep. Hello? Can you hear me? I have a sheep on board. You're responsible for 2 lives now.
Go. Successful. Really found Rapidius Museum.
Right, will you help me now?
Yeah. Now that I'm a real hero, I could use some real assistance.
You're in imminent danger. Only short time remaining to sunrise.
I know that. But I'm just a builder. I'm not trained to move the goddamn base all by myself.
Please.
Right. So we're going to need to, let's see, build a workshop via the command center. Is the next step. Let's do just that then. I'll build it next to here. Right. Create an item first, schedule work in the workshop queue. You can then work the queued item at the workbench. That uses our energy. There we go. Find an organics deposit area. And we have found one. We know exactly where there is one. Let's just hope. Now, it will take a lot longer to do work when we've finished up our energy bar there, but we only need to get this done. We might be able to quickly finish this and then head back in.
I don't have a climbing hook.
Ah,
Not
we need
yet.
a climbing hook.
I'll have to find another way.
Alright, so back to this long way around. Slowly chewing through the last bits of our energy here. But if we can get this done today, we save ourselves a day.
Smoke. I should look for organics here.
Right, so scanning allows you to find resource deposits. By placing and connecting probes, you can uncover the concentration of the underground resources. Right, look at the scanned ground and try to pinpoint the place with the most. Intense is red colouring. That's the deepest point of the deposit. Gotcha. Okay. Yep, that would be intense red, so about here-ish. Right, let's try that again. So here, 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 here. Use pylons, you can connect them with the base. Each pylon automatically connects to nearby structures. You can see possible connections in the form of green lines when you have a pylon equipped. Pylons can also be connected to each other. Place them in a line to connect them to the base. And I've got to kind of hurry here, haven't I? I assume these can go down this way. Yep. Right, let's hurry. 20 seconds, no pressure. Ah, so the meters are counting down to when I have to place another. 15 seconds until radiation. We don't want to be here in that time. Run. Radiation in 1. There we go, there's the radiation. We are golden. Right. You ran out of energy and became tired. In this state, physical work takes much longer. If you stay up until very late, you'll become exhausted. And you've connected mine outpost. You can now fast travel there. Okay, right, it's giving me a lot of stuff here. Right, well. That seems to be pretty good then. I might be able to work a bit faster from now on, but that has probably saved me a day. Right, oh, and getting some about radiation now. Between 9 and 6 in the morning, radiation becomes deadly. Okay. Right, follow instructions to prepare for the journey. I think now we just need to sleep for the end of the day. Right. We'll head out. So these all connected. They look connected. Right. Let's go and check that it is actually pumping resources through. We might just need to wait. With any luck. Oh, hang on. Here we are. What have we got here then? Fast travel. Organics. Oh, I have to work it. Right, here we go. Charging station, recharge. Okay. And each one of those I'm getting 14 organics, right. And now we need to build a kitchen. Okay. I really need a climbing axe so I can just go up there. Mind you, I could just fast travel back there now, couldn't I? And I should have done it just then. I should have just fast travelled back to the base. Right. Let's get into the base and let's look at building a kitchen then. Went a bit wappy there. Right, let's have a look. And here we are. Let's see what we can build then. Right, so we want to build and... oh, now it gives us elevators. Kitchen. And that there. Right. That should be fine. Okay. Let's see what's to eat then. Prepare 6 mush meals. That can't be good. And up one more. Kitchen. Okay. You consume a meal a day. They can be prepared in the kitchen. Okay. Tasks complete. Start the engines in the command center. I guess this. Test engine. Base navigation. Built 7 structures, volume 73.
Whoa. What just happened? Come on. Don't do this to me now.
Turn the lever in machinery. Right, let's turn that lever.
That's sorted. Let's give it another go. What? Again?
Well, I don't think we're going to be able to do much else at this point.
You have got to be kidding me.
Let's
Just
call
my luck
home.
to be stuck in a junkyard. Hey, you still there? I really need your help. I can't get out of here. I did everything according to the manual, but there's a malfunction I can't fix. I just don't know how.
Rubidium can save you. And check data consistency and QC module.
Save me how?
Rubidium can save me? How exactly?
We don't have access to the quantum computer.
Only the captain has access codes to the quantum computer.
Access granted.
Man, that was easy.
Check your data consistency in the quantum computer.
What is this? Mine records. What's going on? Wait. I recognize this. It's my life.
And this is when the game gets interesting. So, if I remember correctly, we start off just as a child. We live in some apartment blocks, and there's a playground that we're playing with our mum. But our dad's coming home drunk and is a bit abusive, especially to our mum. We turn a blind eye. Let's see. You're taking a longer route home. What's the fight about? The girl shouts for help. She's just looking straight at you. You should intervene, but we don't. We've been away. We study really hard so we can get out of our hometown and away from our parents, particularly our dad. And then we get into a good college. It's close to home, and we can regularly visit. We can visit home regularly, and also get a good education. Oh no, the paper reads results known. Not good enough. The only place that wants you is hundreds of miles away. So we'd have to leave our mum alone with dad, who's abusing her, so we go. And then we are partying it up in college. Well, University American College. And then we work abroad for a while. And we use the money that we earn part-time. So yeah, we work part-time, we send some money home for treatment for our mum who's now sick. But we don't manage to get there to say goodbye. And we're back home now and we feel a bit bad about it. So we're at the funeral there, then we go to, we meet someone. So again, I've gone over all this in the demo, but you know, again, just give you the gist of things right now, because otherwise it's quite a bit of reading. If you want to stop and read these at any point, I'll just cycle through them at the end, and you can always just pause. I'll make sure I pause a bit on each one for you to look at. So so slow down, it's just a project. Maybe you should have gotten something better than beer. You could have brought wine. You're only teaming up for a project. She's so different from anyone else you've hooked up with, and she likes you. Then we start wondering if we're good enough for her, and so on. And hard work pays off. You should be proud of yourself. A diploma with honours and an offer for a PhD. But the salary, how much longer are you going to be a broadcast loser for Lena? So we give up the PhD. So yeah, we're working for a private company with better prospects. You'll finally be able to move out of the dorm and take Lena for a proper holiday. The purgatory of 9 to 5. So we don't really like our day job. So the boss is a stickler for punctuality. Sometimes you feel all he needs you to do is punch your card, and for what? Pushing papers and pretending to get things done. Sometimes pushes you as you try to take a seat. Someone pushes you as you try to take a seat. Monday mornings are the worst. So we're going through the drudgery of it all. We get the dream house. Your face beams as you exit the bank with Lena. Signing mortgage papers was easier than expected. It was worth putting up with that idiot of a boss for 2 years to get this place, dream house. And Lena's got a load of ideas for decorating it. We'd love to see her parents' face when they see it. You should convince her to invite them over. But then we get a crisis, so some kind of economic problems. There's a stock exchange crash, and you've been laid off. Red lights, you close your eyes and listen to the city traffic. The radio, all they know are Christmas songs at this time of year. You don't want to be reminded of that. And we're sitting at the wheel of a leased cab, nearly 6 o'clock. So we're back late, it's a busy night. And people are leaving tips on Christmas because we're trying to still provide. So we're working late. And we're back to square one. Lena talks excitedly. She really wants to take the offer to move abroad, sell the house, but for how much? It would hardly be enough to pay off the bank. With the soaring rate of interest and what about you, it's hard to find a decent job at home, let alone a foreign country. all your efforts to make ends meet, it would feel like going to square one. You're wondering if she's really okay with the decision to stay. Maybe you should have said yes. It'd be a crazy idea in your situation. You need to prove it to her. That was the only sensible choice. You need to get your shit together and have a better life here. And then marriage falls apart. Again, if you want to quickly read that, you can there. And you're starting to drink a little bit. And then you become basically a bit of an alcoholic because you've broken up with your wife and you're wondering how you fucked it all up. You see a way out, which is to go on to the project that we're on now. And that's how we got here. Project Dolly. So we set off with the rest of the crew and we're up to speed at 35 years old.
How did they get it, and what for?
Okay. I checked the quantum computer.
Mind
What
records.
the fuck? Mind records? What the hell are you doing with that data? It's got everything. My whole life exposed.
My records using this procedure.
No. No, I want answers. Shit. What do you want with it?
Initiate branching procedure.
Branching? What exactly will be branching?
This is you.
What? You what? Is that your whole answer?
Create the altar.
Alter? I alter what?
Release your life.
My life? Okay. You mean as in... Okay, wait a minute. You're not suggesting I... use Rapidium to create a... someone. And to alter their mind. That's not what you're saying, right? All right. How about my other options? You jerk. I don't have other options, do I?
Right. So let's figure out what branching does.
What? What is it doing? I remember that alternate life pattern. So this is what the branching is about?
Technician, plus 50% efficiency when doing base maintenance. Alternate. As I've been saying, this is where it's going to get very interesting. Because we're about to see Jan number 2 in a second or two. So, technician. There's our branch. We don't go away, we stay behind at home. We stand up to our dad. And he's no longer going to abuse mum. We have ups and downs. She tells her a joke as you're in the waiting room. She's relaxed and smiling. You wish you could find more than a part-time job to support the two of you. Looks like Dad's left then at this point. And the prescriptions are starting to cost a lot, so let's see, we smile and walk away from the mind. Dad was behind that job offer, that's for sure. Trying to clear his conscience, redeem his sins. The steady job was tempting, but you were assertive. Again, no way you'll owe him anything. You're gonna make it on your own. We're there to say goodbye to our mum at the hospital. We get good at fixing things. And we go to a vocational school. It's good to become an expert. Something the boss says customers always ask specifically for us, and I can see you replacing him when he retires. He's the first mentor we've had since Mum passed away and Dad left. But then we find out that he's in some shady business. People are talking to the boss behind closed doors. He says it's nothing, but you can see he's distracted, doesn't look you in the eye that much, disappears for hours, leaving you in charge of business. Lost trust, fake batteries, counterfeit parts. Is that what it was all about? Your boss is being taken away by the police. You feel like an idiot for trusting him, thinking that you could open up to him, while all the time he's been lying to your face, pretending to be a friend. You're being a fool, and we treat it as a lesson. The only person you can rely on is yourself. It was just a matter of time before they approached you. Now that he's in jail, his words about you replacing him seem so ironic now. You don't want anything to do with them. But what if you lose your job? You love that workshop, but they're criminals. Assertiveness, remember, don't be scared. Stay strong. You turn a paycheck around on your fingers, thinking of Mum. You're finally making good money, working in an international factory on a contract of employment. You stayed strong and made something of yourself. This is the way that you preferred. But we watch the bartender as he pauses another one. Corner of your eye, you catch a glimpse of a figure watching you. You see it was just somebody's coat. You smile with relief. For a moment you thought it was Dad. It's good not to have problems. We're drifting through. Let's see. Your friends burst out with laughter. The jokes keep coming to you. It's a good night. You just got that paycheck and you're buying rounds. Okay, calling these people friends is a bit much. You've only just met them, but you're having fun together. The girl to your left's been giving you signals. Could this be your lucky night? The crisis hit, so the financial crisis happens. Whole branch is being shut down. You'll be lucky if you keep your job at all. And this damn advert just gets on your nerves. Rapidium, a magic trick to make everyone happy. Who's stupid enough to even go on these missions? And then it's our dad again. He looks like a tramp. He visits the bookie regularly. He's a loser. You just hope he doesn't recognise you. Get out of here and don't ever come back. You're not like him. You've got your shit together. And then we hear about Project Dolly, and we make the same decision. Ending up in the same place in the end. Wake up your altar in the womb. Just the two of us.
Hey there. Wow. Hello. Can you hear me?
So if I'm number 1 and he's number 3, does that mean the sheep is number 2?
What is this? Where am I?
Relax, you're in a lab.
You're in a lab inside the SIBA unit. Your memories might be a bit fuzzy, but relax. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah. Recognize the base, I think. Wait. You look funny. You... Ha. Oh. What was that? I wanted to laugh, but I'm like... indifferent.
I think you're on some meds.
What? What for?
So you don't panic when you wake up.
Why would I panic?
I'll explain later. Right now, let's check your mental condition, okay? Do you think you can, introduce yourself?
Sure. Can you?
You first.
You first. I insist.
All right. Jan Dolski, Senior Technician at Ally Corp, Mining Operations. There. Did I pass?
Wow. Amazing. It actually worked.
What? What worked? And what the hell are you anyway?
This may be hard to process, but my name is Jan Dolski, too.
Of course it is. Now, you're not bad for an imitation, but... what the hell are you? Is this some kind of experiment? Because if it is, nobody warned me.
I mean, I guess it kind of is, but it's not really the intention, so...
It's not an experiment. This is for real. And I'm for real.
So, what's going on?
Well, I got stranded in this base, and, well, I needed someone to help me move it. 'Cause it got broken. Then, okay, this is the crazy part. I learned that there's this functionality of the quantum computer on board to, well, create alternate versions of a person's life.
What?
Replicate a person, but with different experiences. Mind records.
If there's anyone in a bad mental condition in this room, it's definitely not me. The QC's only functionality is to navigate these junkets. I mean, theoretically, it could do other stuff, but such bullshit?
I know. It's absurd. I thought the same, but here you are, right?
Right. If I understand you correctly, you're telling me you're a alternate version of me with a different mind?
Yes, you can put it that way.
Sort of, yeah.
And, you said we were stranded.
Yes. It's just us. Like I said, there's a malfunction in the machinery. If you don't help me fix it soon, we're both gonna die.
So, wait. Let me get this straight. This is not an experiment, and you're a different version of me. And this version of me woke me from cryosleep to help fix a malfunction because there's no one else on board. What if there was no malfunction? Where would I be?
I wouldn't wake you
I
up.
won't lie to you. Woke you up because I needed you. Wasn't easy for me either.
At least you're up front with me. You bastard. I can see now what the meds are for. I can't even lash out at you, just this passiveness. What am I?
Look, this is a lot, and we'll sort it out, I promise. But trust me, if we don't fix the machinery fast, we're gonna go in a very bad way, and you'll never get the chance to understand this properly. Experience your feelings without the meds.
I don't like this kind of pressure.
Well, that makes two of us.
Fine. Show me the way. Unbelievable. What a screw up. The 3-year-old would have figured it out. Okay. In any other case, I'd say don't touch anything here ever again. But unfortunately, this is a two-man job. On my sign, pull that lever over there. Just don't yank it like an idiot. Pull it gently. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now. Yes! It worked! You did it. We're gonna live. Let's get one thing straight. I did what you created me for. Now stay away from me.
Okay, and there we go. I think we can call it there for an episode. So, as I say, it's going to get very interesting from this point onwards. This is pretty much where we got to in the demo. We're pretty much all caught up now. Thank you very much for watching though for now. This is The Alters, and next time I think we're going to go and need to have a chat with our new friend that we've just welcomed on board. And then we're probably going to have to get this thing rolling because we're very much chasing the horizon on this one. We've got to beat the sunrise. We've always got to remain in darkness or we'll be fried to a crisp. For now though, thank you very much for watching. And there'll be more to come in the next episode. I hope you'll stick around for that. I'll see you then.